We start with Ellen Siegel, followed by Chris Ryan.
Hi, Dont'a. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Alan?
Thank you. I want to ask you a little bit about building the foundation of the defense. As you think about last night, were there plays that you guys were able to execute last night to completion that maybe thinking back a couple of weeks ago, you couldn't have done that? And is that how you measure where you are in terms of going forward?
I think that you can obviously tell that as a defense, we're starting to grow together and starting to not really form an identity or whatever, but I think we're finally starting to get to where we're playing, where we know where we need to be playing. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, I'll get more specific. Were there plays last night that you made as a defense that maybe, as you think back, you couldn't have made a couple of weeks ago or didn't make a couple of weeks ago?
I couldn't answer that. I know I could tell you that there was plays that we didn't make in the past that we obviously felt like we should have made. But I mean, I feel like, in hindsight, that's what you would say after every game. But, I'll just follow it up again with just saying that we all feel like we're moving in the right direction and we're doing the right things. We just needed a little bit more continuity.
Thank you, Dont'a.
No problem.
Next question, Chris Ryan, followed by Mike Reese.
Hey, Dont'a, do you feel like, this defense is playing, winning football at this point in time where you kind of have that foundation, but it's going to just building upon it?
Could you ask that first part again? I'm sorry.
Do you feel like, you guys are playing, winning football right now where the defense is in a spot where you're giving your team a chance to win?
The job of a defense is to keep to not let the opposing team score. So, anytime that, we can come in, we play a really good team, a really good offense like we played, and, slow those guys down and limit a lot of the big shots and big plays that the offenses like they come accustomed to. We feel like we're kind of, doing our job, but anytime you can stop the big plays and, if they get down in the red zone and you can play good in the red area and make guys kick field goals, that's part of winning football.
And Matthew Judon's been a player who's been so fun to watch so far. How would you describe him as a player and what he's brought to the defense and also as a person?
Just a great dude. Love him. Ever since he's got here, he's always one inclined to work hard and one who's kind of really led by example as far as, whether it be, wanting to do extra workouts or wanting to do extra drills or something after practice. And it goes to show that, a lot of guys see that and pick up on it and feed off of it. And more or less off the field, but on the field too, especially, whenever you need a good rush and a good spark on defense or a momentum swing, Judy has been showing up for us. And, I'm glad that I can call him a teammate.
Thanks.
All right, next question, Mike Reese, and encouraging anybody else to raise a hand if you have a question for Dont'a.
Thanks, Stacy. Dont'a, how you doing today?
How you doing, Mike?
Good. I had two, and the first is one about like sort of human emotion, right? And so you're coming off a game against the defending Super Bowl champions, Brady, just a lot of, and you felt the energy, I'm sure, last night in the stadium. And now you're going to turn the page to a road game against the Texans. And I think human emotion might be to exhale, or at least from my perspective. How do you resist that if that is, how do you fight that, Dont'a, if that is indeed something that is reality from your view?
Point blank and simple. I mean, we don't have the record or the comfort to want to exhale. I mean, if anything, playing against a team as good, like you said, Super Bowl champs last year, and obviously a really good team this year, both, offensively and defensively, they're stacked. And, to come, fall short or whatever, you don't really exhale off of that. You want to build off of that. each week, we feel like we've gotten better. We've maybe not, 100% better, each week, but we've gotten better. And those are the things that count. You want to get better each week. So, not happy or comfortable with, obviously, with the record, but with the work and the hard work and the grit and the resilience that everybody's showing, man, it brings energy, if anything.
And then my other one was on just your impressions of Jelani Tavai, if I'm saying it right. He's been up the last 2 weeks from the practice squad. He played a little more on defense last week, not this. I think he had like one snap yesterday. What has it been like just working with him? And what have you noticed about him as he's sort of been more part of what you guys are doing on game day, in the linebacker group?
Just a really smart dude. I think if anything, he might be one of the guys who ask maybe not necessarily Mayo questions, but really ask a lot of the older guys, maybe guys that kind of been in the system a little bit longer. Obviously with him coming from Detroit, he has he has some knowledge of, what we do and how we like to do it. So, he's a really smart kid. He works really hard. And just, and I enjoy, having him around.
Thank you, Dante. Thanks, everyone. And that will conclude our media availability for today.
Thanks, Stacy.
You're welcome.